We're here with students from Loughborough and Bath universities, and these guys are involved with what is known as Formula Student. This programme is to build a car to a certain set of regulations, and it relies heavily on innovation to make the difference between the different competing cars. This is a global programme, but then done regionally across the countries. Let's find out a little bit about this programme from the guys from Loughborough.
Well, as part of the programme, we are expected each year to design, build and test and race our own single-seat cars, and then we are assessed on the engineering design, the cost, the business proposal for producing 1,000 cars a year, and then dynamically we're assessed on a 75-metre sprint, a skid pad and then a single-lap sprint race autocross and a 22-kilometre endurance with a driver change in the middle where you have to kill and restart the engine. And there's teams from all over the world that come to compete at Silverstone in the UK, and we also go to Hockenheim in Germany to compete against teams all over the world.
Fantastic programme, and you get a lot out of this in terms of applying theoretical engineering in a practical way.
Yeah, definitely. It gives you a real chance to take what you've learnt in the classroom, in the lecture theatre, out into the real world. You get real world contact with sponsors and supporters and suppliers, which gives you that experience as well. So it's a fantastic way of producing rounded engineers and suitable to go straight into work at industry.
And in the way of club competitors, I guess you have to negotiate the price down as well, don't you?
Oh, indeed.
Okay, now from the Bath guys, tell me about your involvement in the programme.
Okay, well at Bath we split the Formula Student project into 2 years. The first year we spent developing a pen and paper design, so it's very much CAD modelling, simulations on computer, and just getting a paper design sorted. We follow that on with this year coming now for us, where we take that design and actually build it with our links with industry and test it and get it ready for the competitions in the summer.
And any particular new innovations on the car this year? I know you build a new one each year.
Well, there's a few little innovations here and there that we're trying to keep a little bit hush up, but one big change this year is that the actual rules have changed governing the size of the cockpit, so there's quite a lot of innovation to go into accommodating these rules while still keeping the car competitive.
Okay, thank you. Now, hill climbing is a sport full of innovation, so there's a direct link back into this sort of formula, and quite a few of the hill climb guys at an engineering level are involved in it as judges and technical experts. I notice here though we have a carbon wheel built by the Loughborough guys. Perhaps you'd explain to the viewers what are the advantages of that carbon wheel.
Well, being able to put something that's on the corner of the car that's both unsprung and rotates and reducing the mass of that gives real advantages, particularly in acceleration and handling benefits. And we've this year first experimented for the first time with structural composites, and with looking at developing the wheels. We're using some really advanced high-tech laser optical mapping of the actual wheel to see exactly how it's performing, if there's any damage occurring and that sort of thing. And that's given us a real insight into structural composites and their use and application in motorsport.
Okay, fantastic. And are you actually doing the manufacture of the wheel as well yourselves?
Yes, with help from sponsors again, we're able to send our team down to use their facilities, and we're put away in an area there for, and we get advice, and they help us how to lay up, how to do that sort of thing, and it really benefits that we get the industry contacts, and in a few years' time we'll be sending them our carbon business.
Absolutely.
In industry.
Well guys, it's great to see this technology being applied where you can judge the results of your theory and put it into practice so quickly. Really wish you guys the best of luck in the forthcoming championships, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're on board with Andy Jones in the Loughborough car, sitting on the start line and facing a very wet Prescott track. Since these are demonstration runs taken during the lunch break and with novice drivers on board, the Formula Student drivers follow behind a pace car. Searching for grip as we leave the line, the tiny car's 600cc Honda CBR motorcycle engine is working hard as we splash under the bridge and into the fast left-hander at Orchard. Now comes the long off-camber right-hander at Itauris. We're struggling to keep the car from sliding off on the left at the exit, but we're safely in line for the swoop up into Pardon Hairpin, and we can see the pace car ahead.
I've seen the car with its bodywork
Yeah.
off, and things like the way the dampers are mounted are all about getting the weight low in the car and low ultimate weight as well. So
it's it's quite good. But to be honest, there's a couple of Formula student cars here, and they're quite interesting to look at because the majority of these people are new into this sport, and they often do things that are completely different from anybody else because they think a different way. And I've looked at one or two of that cars today and thought, well, that's quite good. So, and I suppose it's the nature of the sport we're in. We're always looking at other people's cars, studying things, so you've got to learn, and it's a good way to do it, really.